Hey friends, it's Eden here. A long time no see. And there's a reason for that, which I'm going to be getting into. Um, I hope to make this video short, direct, sweet, to the point. You'll see me looking down occasionally to my left because I have just a few bullet points. I make sure I cover everything. I'm really nervous to do this video, but I've put it off for probably close to 3 years, and there is nowhere else to go. I just simply have to say it and do it. So I am guilty of lying to you guys. It's not that I've been purposefully misrepresenting something that isn't true, like telling you, the sky is, pink when it's blue. But it's more so I've been leaving things out, you know. So yes, the sky is blue, but sometimes it gets dark because the sun disappears and and it's black. And then there's stars and things like that. So it's kind of that sort of thing, more like a lie of omission. And what it is that it's not that I've been misrepresenting who I am, it's that I haven't been bringing my full self to the table. I haven't been fully myself on the platform. And one of the reasons for that is that when I started this, um, my goal was to help as many people as possible realize that the dream of owning their own beauty brand was accessible to them. It wasn't as hard as people were making it. I didn't want to get into sort of this gatekeeping thing that happens around things that people feel should be kept secret. I wanted to make it as accessible to as many people as possible. And part of that was my own personal pact that I made when I started my business. I was like, when I got to parts that were really hard, when I was learning to formulate emulsions and things that were just like a little bit harder than just oils and butters, I was like, God, if you can help me figure this out, I promise to help other people figure this out. And so this channel and my whole beauty mentoring business became a way of answering that. I was also really angry about certain things that were happening socially, politically at the time. And I thought, okay, if I can help as many women and people of color start these beauty businesses and gain economic freedom in that way, that can be a good way to channel my anger, to sort of be the antidote to the situation that was happening. And so, I didn't launch a million billionaires or anything like that, but I've helped dozens upon dozens of people, mostly women, mostly people of color, start beauty businesses. And for some of them, they've been highly profitable, and people have been able to leave their actual day job. And others, they've just been able to supplement their family income a little bit. And others are still figuring out, how to even get to the profitable place. But nonetheless, those businesses are started, those people are happy with the work that we did together. I am very proud of them. I'm very proud of the work that we did together. I think they're doing extraordinary things, and I'm happy for them. And I have zero regrets for that part of my life. And in the vein of trying to make things available to people, I purposefully left out anything that would make anyone feel unsafe. So, for example, I didn't do a free Facebook group. I only did a paid one. And, it wasn't like you had to pay a lot. You could buy a $9 class and join the Facebook group. But it kept it serious. It kept it small. I wasn't always navigating weird stuff. I purposefully did not allow people to share any religious or spiritual or political views necessarily in the group, because we were just there to learn and support each other. So it's a really sweet group. that, we created together over there, and I'm going to keep it open and always be available to that Facebook family of colleagues in beauty, as I consider them to be, for as long as they want it open and, are available to it. And I'll never change that group. However, this platform is going to need to change, because in the process of trying to keep everything just sort of very neutral, I neutralize myself out of my own platform. So I'm not a religious person, but I am deeply spiritual and have been for decades, for pretty much almost all of my adult life. Recently, I've been studying astrology. I enrolled in an astrology course. I got reattuned to Reiki, and I've been learning other forms of energy healing as well. I've always been into botanicals and herbs, not just what they do for you topically, not just what they do for you health-wise, but also what they do for you spiritually, and using them intentionally and ritualistically to better my life in my home environment or whatever the situation may be. I recently, well, not recently, it was about 10 years ago, I got introduced to the term sacred commerce. Something that was coined by a wonderful couple. Unfortunately, one of them passed away recently, and I'll talk about that in another video that I want to dedicate to him specifically. Ayman Sawaf. But, sacred commerce gave me a framework and language for something that I always felt and did, and I just didn't know how to explain it. And it really has been a great foundation for me for any business that I've ever built. So I really want to speak more in those terms, speak freely in those terms, and moving forward, continue to be encouraging to entrepreneurs, but appealing to the totality of who they are, right? Because a lot of times people aren't able, it's not about the information. A person can give you the best information and you could fail to implement it because of the things that we need to work on spiritually. That's really honestly what I have found. And it hasn't always been possible for me to communicate that with every single person, just to respect who they are. And I want to continue to do that. So moving forward, there will be things I do on the channel that are very different from what I've done in the past. If I talk about an herb, I'm not just going to talk about what it does for your skin or your scalp or your hair. I'm also going to talk about what it does for you spiritually. I'm going to talk about maybe a little bit of the ecology, where it grows, or the communities that bring us this, herb, how you would use it in multiple different ways, and so forth. I'm going to do free Reiki energy healing videos, affirmations, subliminals, those kind of things, guided meditations, a little bit of astrology updates eventually, but a little bit different from what you see mostly on YouTube, simply because I'm not as advanced as that yet. I'm really strong in certain areas, so I'll be documenting my journey of learning astrology and deepening in energy healing and all those kind of things. So yeah, that's kind of the direction that I'm going. It was inevitable. It was inescapable that I would end up here, despite putting it off. But I know that if I can't bring my whole self to my platform, then it's very difficult to guide other people to bring their whole self to their platform, because I see a lot of that not happening too. I'll address that in future videos. I don't want to make this video too long. However, here I am, and I totally get that for some of you, this is going to not be what you signed up for. It might be unnerving, it might be triggering. You might feel a little bit repelled by it, right? and that's totally okay. And if you need to unsubscribe, please go with my deep gratitude for the amount of time that you've rocked with me, that you've grown with me, that you've learned from me, that I've learned from you. you know, I hope you part in peace, and this creates room in your life to find the place that's more aligned for you to be, right? It doesn't have to be like contentious or resentful. I'm really, truly grateful for you, and I respect your decision to leave. And if you're open to exploring with me a little bit more deeper, and this sounds like a cool direction for you, you know, welcome back. I'm really looking forward to this unfolding this journey with you as well. Yeah, so I think that that's a decent place to end it. And another thing, so I thought about starting a completely new channel. That was the idea. I'm going to start a completely new channel. I'm going to start a new channel. But you know what? Honestly, I was just guided that that was not the right thing to do. Spirit just guided me. That was not the right thing to do. Like it's just becomes another form of self-annihilation and abandoning myself, because I put a lot of effort, especially in the beginning years, to creating this channel, into building the community that I've built, and accomplishing the things that I've accomplished. So why should I burn it all to the ground myself? I'll let the algorithm do that for me. And honestly, the algorithm might not, but I think that if thousands of people unsubscribe in droves all at once, it could suppress the visibility of future videos that I make. But it's a chance I'm willing to take, right? It's a chance I'm willing to take. And if that's what happens, then I trust that that's what's meant to be. Hopefully that's not what happens, but there it is. So yeah, it'll be more of the same, but it'll just be a little deeper. And hopefully it's a kind of depth that you feel comfortable with, but if not, yeah, I thank you. Go in peace with my gratitude. All right, so that's the end of this video. I hope this message finds you well. Thanks for listening, and perhaps I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.